Hi guys, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you are in this world, and happy Friday. Yes, you guys, I do have my PJs on. It is very cold in Alabama. I have a routine every day that I am up by 3 o'clock just so I can have my me time and, get myself organized for what I need to do for the day. And then from 6 o'clock, now that the kids are being homeschooled or virtual learning, I start waking them up by 6 o'clock and then so forth. So I do apologize if anybody feels offended by me wearing PJs to make this video. So anyway, you guys, first and foremost, I would like to send my deepest condolences to Laura Lee for the loss of her mother. I was really shocked yesterday. I was blown away because I follow Laura Lee on social media, and I did know that she was going through something with her family, but I had no idea that it was this bad. My heart just broke because, if you still are blessed enough or to have your mother around, you know how important literally your parents are to you. I know for a fact, I can tell you, my parents are my best friends. I can go to them with anything, and I truly understood when she was explaining that whenever she was going through something, her mother was the one to just take everything, take all that pain away. That's how I feel, with my mother and my father. And it also just made me even more sad because I was just having a conversation with them, and we were talking about how their borders have been shut down again. They're unable to travel out of the country, and that for me is so sad because this will be the second year going that I haven't seen my parents or my kids haven't seen their grandparents. And it really takes a toll on a person. I truly do know that I am blessed to still have both my parents, and I will never ever take that for granted. Never. Also, you guys, I always also would like to send my condolences to a subscriber of mine which has been there from the beginning with me. Her name is Mary Ann. She actually lost her husband about a week ago. And Mary Ann, my deepest condolences to you and your family. And you guys, can you please keep Mary Ann and her kids in your thoughts and prayers, because this absolutely cannot be easy. Absolutely not. So at the end of the day, just practice that, you guys. Don't go a day without calling that loved one or even going to bed angry at anybody, because you never know what the next day brings. We are not guaranteed the next day. So yesterday I was listening to Emily D. Baker actually breaking down the filings that was filed from the plaintiff, which is Tati's lawyer, Salsi, responding to the request for conference. You guys, I'm not going to go into all this. I'm just going to pick out something that truly saddened me and talk about that. But anyway, I'm going to link Emily D. Baker's breakdown of this down below. I highly suggest you go and watch it yourself so you can actually make your own conclusions out of all this. But what truly saddened me is the fact that the declaration of Natalie Kenneth, and all the harassment that she has been going through. Now, this is what truly got me. In response to all of the threats, I sent a private message to Ms. Paulson on Instagram. I begged Ms. Paulson to call off the accounts attacking me, threatening me, and doxing me. I told Ms. Paulson about the doxing of my personal information, and that was all because I tried to warn her about her comments from my Instagram account about deleting evidence, and that it seemed to me that a lot of people were watching and taking screenshots. Ms. Paulson responded by stating that I don't tell anyone to do anything, period. Ms. Paulson then threatened me, don't tell anyone I deleted anything or I'll sue you. I explained to Ms. Paulson that the accounts harassing me claimed to be her followers, and I begged her to make a post asking her followers not to attack or threaten people. I also explained to Ms. Paulson that I am autistic and I cannot cope with the stress of the harassment. Ms. Paulson then denied having anything to do with the attacks and stopped messaging me. First of all, Nat is she states that she was an avid supporter of Without a Crystal Ball from the Micah Stauffer days, okay? And she actually was watching one of Katie's videos where Katie allegedly said that she's got to delete stuff about Tati because she'll be charged. So Natalie said that she's not very clued up with Twitter, so she tried to send her a private DM, but unfortunately it went and everybody could see this DM. So with that, these sock accounts started harassing her. So she reached out to Katie and asked Katie to please get these people to stop harassing her, and Katie's response was, "Stop telling people I'm deleting shit or else I'm gonna sue you." What the fuck? What? Now, you guys, I'm not going to stop thinking about January 16th. And this is totally my theory. It's not fact. It just seems so coincidental, okay? She did a reaction video to Trisha Paytas, okay? And in the beginning of the video, this is what she had to say.
Unfortunately, I had something come up extremely serious that is really disturbing, and I wish I could tell you more. And what I found out tonight is really bad, and I can't tell you anything more, but I do want to ask that, one, if you are someone who believes in God, could you please just say a prayer? There's someone out there right now who really needs it, like really badly. And if you're not a believer, could you please say some positive thoughts for someone? I can't tell you who, but what's happening right now is really bad. There's someone that's going through something even worse right now, and they need your prayers badly.
This woman said she reached out to KJ, begging her to call these people off. But KJ denied everything. She said she doesn't know who these people are. Even in my opinion, if you don't know these people, this is a supporter of yours that you know, okay? She came out of the goodness of her heart to help you, to tell you to stop doing what you're doing, because people, at the end of the day, we all know people are screen recording. Myself, I've screen recorded stuff which is no longer there. Screenshotting, all that kind of stuff, okay? She said she told KJ privately that she is autistic. So KJ knew her situation. KJ knew her vulnerabilities. Even if she didn't know these people, just make a general statement that bullying is not okay. Online harassment is not okay. Whatever you do, she was talking about Trisha, how Trisha felt she was being harassed, and how, you know, people were doing her wrong. That was a perfect time to tell people to stop. You know what I'm saying? But KJ just couldn't do that. And this person needed that. Because if you go further on down in this declaration, these people went after a trauma that Natalie had experienced. They hacked into her Instagram account and took vulnerable pictures of when she lost a child. And the horrific things they said was absolutely disgusting. I'm not even going to give it that time. I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to list Emily D. Baker's video down below. You can go and watch it because it's absolutely disgusting. These people need to be found and held accountable, because this is absolutely not okay. It makes me sick to my fucking stomach to think people can be so fucking vile. And this is the thing. And let me remind you about something. And this is one of the videos that I actually screen recorded, and she then either privated it or deleted it because it's no longer on her channel. The worst day ever. Well, what did KJ do?
Anyways, don't feel bad about defending me. Defend me. Go for it. Have fun. Like, don't feel like just because you defend me that they can make an example out of you, because we'll make an example out of them. We will. We'll prove to everyone what they're doing to you guys. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Speak your truth. I always used to say, like, don't feel like you have to defend me. But now I'm saying, like, if you're seeing this bullshit and you feel compelled, you can defend me. You can. You can speak out against bullying. You can. You can tell the trolls to go away. You can tell them that they're not welcome. The reason why they are so invested here is because they feel like they can and that you guys aren't going to respond because I've told you not to. And they've manipulated that and they've pounced on that. So I just say, I have your back. You're not going to get harassed. And if you do, you just send me a DM and you tell me. And I'll put them on blast. They're not going to mess with you. We'll take care of it. And they're not welcome here anymore. I'm saying you're not going to be bullied by these people anymore, and you shouldn't be bullied because you support me or that you like me. And you haters are not welcome here, but I love my subscribers, and that's who I am focusing on from here on out.
Katie, you claim to be an empath, okay? This woman contacted you. She was being harassed to the point, Katie, to the point she wanted to take her own life. In which world were you living that she's explaining to you the harassment she's going through, the fear that she's in, people doxing her? You guys, all this is in the declaration. This woman was so fearful for her life. And at the end of the day, she even explained how people are threatening to burn her alive, to put acid on her. What does Katie say now? So this is Katie Joy's statement. She says, the recent allegations against me in the Natalie Kenneth declaration are false. I did not harass or ask anyone to harass Miss Kenneth, nor do I condone harassment of any kind, especially directed toward people with disabilities. We look forward to demonstrating this in court. This is a woman that's claiming that she told Katie personally and privately that she had autism, okay? She begged Katie to call these people off because these people were harassing her to the point they doxed her, they gave out all her information publicly, they threatened to burn her alive, to pour acid over her. They went after her trauma of losing her baby, and Katie can't get She can't grasp this to say how fearful this woman was. She couldn't even come online and say, look, this is what's going on. This needs to stop. She didn't do that. But all Katie ever damn does is, oh, you're going to find out something big is going to happen. All the truth will come out. What truth have we uncovered this for, people? In my opinion, the only truth I've uncovered is how Katie throws people under the bus. Everybody can't be liars. I'm not saying Katie's a liar, but it eventually will come out. But this is the thing that's agitating me at this point. You, Katie, are the one that went and gave people permission to defend you, okay? And it's just so ironic that people are just using your same wording. In the week you had a live, people were coming after you, not coming after you, but were giving their opinions about everything. And in one of your lives, your husband is validating people to keep defending you, Katie. You can defend yourself. And people, I'm going to emphasize this. If you feel inclined to defend Katie Joy Paulson, do not. It's not worth it. If you feel that you can make soccer accounts and nobody will find out, no, people, everything, whatever is done in the dark always comes to light. Bear that in mind. And take all this as an example, okay? Katie's not going to defend you because it's always coming, in my opinion, when you do need to get out of the shit you're in, you got to go to opposing counsel to get the help. Because this woman was truly fearful for her life. I'm going to encourage you again to go and watch Emily D. Baker's video to see the horrific things these trolls were going after Natalie with. It was absolutely horrific. I want my worst enemy to go through this. It's just unacceptable. And at the end of the day, Katie always has an excuse. and always plays the victim. She's always the victim. Now, recently, with Twitter and with Instagram, okay, all of a sudden, Katie has been mass reported on Instagram. So that's why she no more posts on Without a Crystal Ball. Now she's on Without a Crystal Ball 2. It's just so hard to catch up. I don't have the time, you know. It's like when I can, I do try catch up, but it's so hard. The vile thing she posts is at a point now, desperate times call for desperate measures. Because the other day she posted on her Twitter a video of Peaches, that problematic woman, having sex on Instagram Live. Katie posted that, you guys. And then I think somebody must have told her to take it down or something. It's like, what the fuck? What is going on here? Now recently, she again decided to go into the Michael Long case. And as far as I know, because I had no idea what was going on with this. So when I did educate myself about it, this was a fucked up case. I'm sorry, it involves children and I'm not part and parcel of that. The reason Katie got a whole lot of backlash in regard to this was because Katie called that little girl that was involved a brat and alluded to she's a liar. When Katie got all this backlash, she said that she was no longer going to cover this case, okay? And, okay, everything went silent. And then now recently, apparently Michael Long is back in the spotlight. Is whatever's going on, who gives a damn? So Katie decides to cover this case again and insert her 2 cents in this. And she's also like getting a whole lot of backlash. And also she says that she did apologize for what she said about the little girl. Look, you guys, at the end of the day, it's not my apology to receive or deny. That's not me. This is my thing. When I say desperate times call for desperate measures. This apparently people are making a lot of money on the story, okay? So maybe Katie feels now she wants a piece of the pie, in my opinion. So why not actually get back on the story? Because at the end of the day, she made a video the other day where she was talking about this whole situation, and Critical K was reporting on something. Oh, and these are her words. Oh, I didn't watch the video. I was told about it, but I watched a little bit, but I don't watch it. I don't watch the channel. So what the fuck is it? Do you watch it? Don't you watch it? And then surprisingly, yesterday on Critical K's live, there's Katie Joy in a chat. And you can pause to read the screenshots, but it's like, okay. So you don't watch Critical K. So now that Critical K got all the information that you need to go on your channel and report, you're getting from her. And so when she did do that, when she did go and give an update about it, she mentions Critical K, but she doesn't mention, like I would say, I go and watch Emily D. Baker's video, I'll link it down below. She didn't say, oh, go and watch Critical K's full live and then you'll get the full story. So it's coming across like she's doing all this research. She's doing the hard work. It just baffles me. And then another thing is that, remember when KJ always said, invade her son's privacy, she doesn't talk about her son and all that bullshit. Now when, in my opinion, she's taking it a bit too far. And the reason I say that is that only when it suits her for sympathy, or for, as they're calling it, sad fishing, she inserts her son. And this is what drove me fucking crazy the other day. When she put on her Instagram a picture of her feeding her son through his feeding tube. And under the post, she says, many have asked how we feed our son. V has a feeding tube due to issues with swallowing and digestion. He's been tube fed for 5 years and will likely have a tube for life. Each morning we prepare his meds and mix his formula with water and a med for his GI tract. He is fed via tube 3 times per day. The formula he is given is called at Kate Farms. It's a plant-based formula. Each feeding we BOLUS the formula through gravity. Some people with feeding tubes use pumps. We used to before his heart surgery. Now everything is via a 60 ml syringe and gravity fed over about 10 to 15 minutes. While he's fed, he plays games on his iPad or we watch videos on YouTube together. He loves getting his food by tummy. He says that his tummy always feels warm and full when we are done. Then she goes on to say, feeding tubes are not scary or weird. We love our tube because it helped V grow, thrive, and enjoy life. If you ever see someone else in public being fed by tube, please try not to stare or gawk. Instead, say hi or wave hello. Common questions we get from people. Does he eat anything orally? Yes, only for pleasure, not for nutrition. Eating some by mouth gives his oral muscles a workout and also helps him enjoy some foods. How long will he have a tube? We don't know, most likely for life, due to his specific disabilities and health issues. Does your son ask about food? Very rarely. Does he have pain from his G-tube button? No. After he recovered from surgery, he has no pain at his stoma site. I think this is so wrong for what she did, in my opinion. It's her child. I can't tell her what to do. But when you have preached, you stop putting him because of his privacy and all that garbage, to now putting this on your fucking Instagram. Why? In my opinion, you need to get pity, you need to get empathy, you need to get people to feel sorry for you and support you. That's fucked up. That is truly fucked up. Honestly, in my opinion, it is. But who am I? You know, I'm a nobody. But you guys, at the end of the day, it's sad. It truly is sad, you know, that you feel you need to get to a point where you need to prove to people that, oh yes, you are a good mother. What the fuck, Katie? What happened to protecting his privacy? That is so wrong. So wrong. In my opinion, that's wrong. That is totally invading his privacy. When he gets older, how will he feel about that, Katie? Only when it suits you to try get sympathy or empathy from people, you want to post all this. I think that's so wrong. Absolutely wrong. And even now, recently, Katie's all about, oh, please feel free to use the super chats or the super stickers, and basically asking for money. And this is where she said last night in her video covering some guy who gives a fuck what he's doing, how he's cheating on all different women. And then she says this.
Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't be shy. And if you feel like donating and supporting the channel, obviously we have a lot going on, unfortunately, and we have lots of bills. So any help will be appreciated.
You going on and making people feel bad for you because of your fucking stupidity, Katie. You didn't think about that precious son of yours that needs all the care. You jeopardized his well-being. People are having it hard out there, Katie. Very hard. People don't even have food to put on the table. Props to those that do take out of their pocket to support you. Props to them. Good for them. But it's nobody else's responsibility to take care of those bills. Yours got bills. If YouTube is not suffice, go out, get a fucking second job. In my opinion, if roles were reversed, if I was in that situation, do what I need to do that's gonna bring the money in. My husband, personally, will go work 2 or 3 jobs to make sure his family is okay. Not to sit online and make people feel sorry for you or feel bad for you because you got so many bills to pay. Who did this to you, Katie? You did it. You did it, Katie. From the beginning, you should have been thinking, Katie, about your family. But in your mind and your ego and your pride got the best of you. Because at the end of the day, you are becoming paranoid. You say, you can't even keep your wording straight, Katie, in my opinion. You can't. You put a picture or a video of your son being fed with this tube, a feeding tube. Because people ask. Fuck the people. They can Google it, they can research it. But don't exploit your son like that. That's not fair. Absolutely not. He will suffer the consequences. Nobody else out there but you and your family, Katie. In my personal opinion, I think that Katie Joy, the same advice she gave to Emily D. Baker, remember? She told Emily D. Baker that she needs to wake the fuck up. That's my suggestion or my advice to Katie, is to take her own advice and to wake the fuck up. Just keep doing what is right for your family, for you and your family, and especially your son. You know, you want to come out and say how expensive it is and how costly it is. Understandable. Understandable. You're not the first and you won't be the last in this situation, Katie. You definitely will not be. If you don't want to go out and get a proper job, your husband can do it, in my opinion. I'm not judging. I'm truly not judging, but I'm just going off what is best for your family. You run the risk all the time of having nurses come into your home, of exposing your son. Your husband can go out and provide and help out. You can do it, Katie. You got help of nurses. You can adjust yourself to being a stay-at-home mother, a working at-home mother. I do it. I have 4 kids at home. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's doable. You know, as parents, our kids are our responsibilities. Their priorities come first, period. So if you have so many bills, you got to do what you got to do to provide. It's nobody else's responsibility but your own. So stop with the excuses. Stop making people feel bad for you. I feel bad for you solely because of your son, Katie. Who's looking out for his best interest? But at this point, I feel, in my opinion, you're exploiting him, using him as a pawn for people to feel sorry for you, to feel bad for you. It's just me. No offense, Katie, but I'm just seeing it as it is. You guys, there's my pumpkin. Everybody's asked about Maxi. He is so sweet, and he's like a real baby. He truly is like a real baby. He is honestly a handful. He is only just over a year, I think 1 year and 2 months, and he's absolutely too precious and so playful, but very, very antisocial. So we haven't even given him a haircut, because when we did try to go and give him a haircut, we were actually thrown out of PetSmart because he just refused to let them handle him. But he's just a happy dog. And somebody's always been asking me, can we see more of Maxi? So there's Maxi. Love you, pumpkin. That's it from me. At the end of the day, I'm glad it's Friday. It's a weekend. Unfortunately, it's my grocery day. I have to go out. And also, please, you guys, please be safe out there. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to wear your mask out in public. Wash your hands. Do all the necessary stuff. And please, you guys, please be kind to one another. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you. And if another filing does come out, so I'll probably make a video this weekend. I'll see if I have the time. So with that said, thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.